I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump thinks so, citing reports of such surveillance. He also questions if Democrats or Hillary Clinton also paid Russians. Fusion GPS says they did not. That's the firm that produced the dossier, and the co-founder's testimony made public asserts the FBI wanted their information, believing it corroborated what agents were told by a Trump insider. But the president insists
there has been no collusion.
Responding to reports, a special counsel investigating Russian interference wants to interview him.
Certainly I'll see what happens. But when they have no collusion and nobody's found any collusion at any level, it seems unlikely that you'd even have an interview.
North Korea is enjoying the new Inside the Trump White House book. Fox's Simon Owen monitoring live from London.
Dave, articles about Michael Wolff's book, Fire and Fury, have appeared in newspapers all over the world, and North Korea is no exception. The country's main paper, run by the ruling party, saying, quote, the anti-Trump book is sweeping all over the world, and saying its popularity foretells Trump's political demise. North Korea in recent days has been hinting at a thaw in relations with South Korea, but anti-U.S. rhetoric continues to emerge. Dave?
Simon, the U.S. Air Force has sent 200 airmen and 3 B-2 stealth bombers capable of carrying nuclear weapons to Guam, the American territory North Korea threatened with its nukes. Searchers will wade through knee-deep muck again today in Southern California looking for mudslide victims. 17 people remain unaccounted for. 17 died.
Hundreds of people have been rescued and evacuated, many of them having to be hoisted out of the area by our aircraft.
Santa Barbara County Sheriff Bill Brown, hundreds of homes damaged or destroyed in the mud flow. Changes could be coming to Medicaid. The Trump administration opening the door for states to require Medicaid recipients to have jobs or be involved in the community. Fox News, fair and balanced.
Relying on checking your credit to help protect you from identity theft? You're kind of walking through life with blinders on.
Parking meter. That came out of nowhere.
Because there are many kinds of identity theft you can still get blindsided by.
Look out! Bike messenger. Didn't see him coming.
Like someone getting an online payday loan in your name or selling your personal information on the dark web.
Open manhole. That snuck up on me.
LifeLock sees more. We use proprietary technology to detect a range of identity threats. And if you have a problem, a U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can spot threats you might not see coming.
Horse-drawn carriage. Sheesh.
Memberships start at $9.99 a month plus applicable taxes. Now get 10% off. Go to LifeLock.com and enter promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS. LifeLock. More detection, more protection.
Congress will today consider a key national security issue.
The House is set for a showdown and vote over renewing Section 702 of the FICE Act. That's the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, which gives the government counterterrorism tools to spy on communications of non-citizens outside of the United States without having to obtain a warrant.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. Some Republicans and Democrats want reforms, safeguards to protect Americans from being caught up in this surveillance. President Trump also tweeted about that a short time ago, saying this is the act that may have been used to badly surveil and abuse the Trump campaign by the previous administration. Now, Americans are being warned by the State Department not to travel to certain areas of Mexico, 5 different states in the country that are considered unsafe, areas with a lot of drug crops or drug trafficking. Another state in the U.S. getting ready to legalize pot.
On a voice vote, the state Senate in Vermont passing a bill that will make it legal for adults to possess and grow small amounts of marijuana. The Vermont House passed the bill last week. Senate President Pro Tem Tim Ashe saying tens of thousands of Vermonters will no longer feel like they're committing a crime for their private responsible use. The measure neither taxes marijuana nor regulates its production. When Governor Phil Scott signs it, which he says he will, it will mark the first time that a state has legalized recreational pot without voter approval. Jack Callahan, Fox News.
A New Jersey man busted for Social Security fraud, never telling the government that his great-aunt died in 1998, and then continuing to collect the monthly benefits that were sent to her in a joint account he had access to for 18 years. Lance Nelson pleaded guilty in court yesterday. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising the day after the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 declined for the first time this year. I'm Dave Anthony. Fox News Radio.
Here's your ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast. National Weather Service brought to you by the Blossom Basket Florist, from simple to simply magnificent. 2 locations, Village at the Crossing, Champaign, Cunningham, and Urbana, 367 Rose, or blossombasket.com. Kind of dark, kind of warm, but then things kind of change.
It's true.
Diane Ducey, good morning.
Today's high at 59. Stevie J, a little breezy, and precipitation chance at 80%. That's a 50% chance of blustery conditions between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m., which is causing this winter weather advisory to go in effect tonight and into tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow, high 26, low 14 with partly cloudy conditions. Saturday, high 21, low 5, and up to 20 with sunshine expected on Sunday. Snow likely Sunday evening with a low of 15. Right now it's 55, overcast, a little breezy. ESPN 93.5.
All right, so tonight, tomorrow morning, but Cardinal Caravan at noon's a go. We'll be at the Hilton Garden Inn. Paul DeYoung, Ricky Horton. I'm going to give you some Ricky Horton tomorrow morning if you missed the interview from our Tuesday broadcast. But going to be fun. Going to be really, really fun. Among other things in the News Gazette this morning, Bob Asmussen writes a nice piece about our Cardinal Caravan.
Oh, good.
Featuring Paul DeYoung, Oscar Mercado, Andrew Kisner, Randy Flores, and Alan Bennis, the alums. And Ricky Horton, as we mentioned, Rick Horton will be the MC, and I'll be there, and we'll take your questions as we are your home for the St. Louis Cardinals, ESPN 93.5, and still on the whole hot stove front. It's just been quiet. It's just been really an unbelievable off season for baseball. There are so many people, usually say free agency and, he can go anywhere and money's big and all that. Outside of Stanton. And then, of course, we got Osuna from Miami, Marcell Osuna, left fielder for the Miami Marlins, went to the Cardinals. We're going to play left field. Other than that, it's been really a bunch of minor players, really. I mean, the Yu Darvish and the Jake Arrietas and even Lance Lynn. Nothing's really happened. Cardinals are trying to get another hitter, another pitcher, closer, all this stuff, and it's still, we are a month away from pitchers and catchers, my friends. And baseball starts in late March this year. ESPN 93.5, your home for the Cardinals. US 105.9, home of the Cubs. We're going to be starting baseball in late March regular season now. I think to build in a few more off days for the baseball teams to give them some breaks. Sometimes they'll go 30 straight days, and they are trying to space that a little bit, I think is the reason. So anyway, we'll continue to track the Cardinals, Cardinal Caravan tomorrow. And we'll be fired up to be at the Hilton Garden Inn. Doors open at 11. Illini Land FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, will be in charge of selling raffle tickets for the wonderful pile of prizes the Cardinals bring and all the benefits to the FCA. They'll have raffle tickets to sell beginning when you come at 11. And people do come at 11. Well, one winter night coming up in February. Rob Dalhouse, see you at home. Rob, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Well, I'm fine. I do hope it's not minus 10, some of the temperatures we've had. I hope it's not like that February 2nd. Man.
Yes, no doubt. Last year was single digits, but hoping for maybe a little warmer this year.
Well, even 10 or 20, but man, it was so cold last year, and it's been colder around here. See You at Home does what, Rob?
So, we work with the most vulnerable homeless in our community, our Friends Without an Address. We do that through a daytime drop-in center down on Green Street, through transportation ministries to get people out of town if the resources aren't here. We do street outreach, working with the local police departments and hospitals and local businesses, just trying to educate our community about the needs for our friends and what's available for them.
Where do the homeless go when it gets bitterly cold like we've endured here in the last few weeks?
Yes, luckily there are a couple emergency shelters right now, one for men that's located at the New Covenant Fellowship Church. It's called the CU Men's Shelter. Runs from about 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And then there's a women's shelter also called Austin's Place that runs during the winter time as well. So it's great to have those resources. And then during the day when it's bitter cold like it's going to be this weekend, the Phoenix, our drop-in center, is open. from basically the time the shelter closes in the morning to the time it opens again at night.
Gotcha. Okay. And
Rob, I know yesterday you were on the news and there was a panel discussion at Emmanuel Episcopal Church in downtown Champaign. Tell us how that went.
Yeah, I think it went really well, very well attended. It was coordinated by the Champaign Center Partnership here in Champaign, just getting some folks, getting some business owners together to have a discussion about, what can business owners do when our friends are frequenting their facilities, maybe outside their facilities, maybe causing problems, maybe not, just letting them know what's available. When should you call the police? When should you call us at See You at Home? And just, again, it's just an educational opportunity for the businesses to know what they can do and how they can interact better with our friends.
What would you want people to do? How do they reach you?
Yep, you can reach me via email, Rob, R-O-B, at the letter C, the letter U, ATHOME.us. That's Rob at seeyouathome.us. Or you can call the Phoenix at 819-4569 if you have any questions.
Rob Dahlhaus, thanks, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Have a great one.
You too.
Always looking for volunteers to hang out outside on that one winter night, February 2nd, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and be a box dweller in downtown Champaign. Lots of things going on. They need lots of volunteers too. seeyouathome.us.
Hobbyco seeks a buyer. That's the headlines in the Gazette this morning. Company has filed for Chapter 11. Janet has worked at Hobbyco. My wife has worked at Hobbyco since 1991, 2? So 25 years. Obviously, everybody's pretty upset. 334 employees, 332 employees here in the Champaign region. Hobbyco, that was the number one, hobby kind of outlet manufacturer for the world.
Radio-controlled vehicles and planes. Pretty cool stuff has come out of there, that's for sure.
Just a changing market and lots of reasons. The debt surprised me. I mean, assets 10 to 50 million, but debt $100 to $500 million. Wow. It's been a struggle. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's a lot of employees here in our region. Think about 332 houses that might go up for sale. Mass layoffs might begin.
Well, that's why they had on the news Craig Roast yesterday of the Champaign County Economic Development Corporation and how they can help assist people in trying to find a new job in the area.
Yeah, I thought that was nice. But they've again filed for this Chapter 11 via law. They have to kind of give people a 60-day heads up. So, Hobbyco looking to sell. I just don't know who comes in and spends that kind of money. I don't know. I don't know what the value of the company is. I don't know if somebody would have a plan as to what to do with some of the sinking sales that is in the hobby industry. There's hobby, but how many young kids that you see that are 14 are flying, remote control airplane? It's all about drones now. Mm-hmm. And Hobbyco has been very big in drones. But it's a complicated business with a lot of tentacles in a lot of different places, but they've been a wonderful employer for many, many years with Bruce Holochek. Bruce Holochek started that in his dorm room at the University of Illinois in the 70s, and he partnered with Clint Atkins in the 80s, and they formed quite a force, and it was a company thriving and doing wonderfully well. And then it became an ESOP, an employee-owned entity where the employees owned the company. And they sold that to him, 10 years ago or whatever it was? So in any event, I think it's a real hit for the community. Hobbyco is trying to sell and files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and the layoffs could begin in April. So our concern is there, and our thoughts and prayers with the families that are distressed and very upset about the loss of the stock value. I mean, that's a tough one. 401ks are going to be okay, but the stock value has really taken a hit, and everything's been frozen, obviously, during this process. Continue to track that. Fighting Illini have a game tonight. We take on the Iowa Hawkeyes, ESPN 93.5 with some sports headlines.
Yeah, we're both looking for our first Big Ten win of the season. A A lot of people looking at this game like we're pretty even as far as our talent and skill set and things like that. So should be a great game tonight if you want to check it out. Illinois and Iowa. Yesterday, Nebraska beat our Illinois women's basketball team. Alex Whittaker with 22 points, though 80-72 was the final. In Big Ten boards yesterday, number 4 Michigan State over Rutgers 76-72. In double overtime, Northwestern beat Minnesota 83-60. On to the NBA, where the Bulls beat the Knicks 122-119 in double overtime. Miami Heat over the Pacers 114-106. On to the ice, Minnesota over the Blackhawks 2-1. I want to talk about this opening day for Major League Baseball is March 29th.
First time I can remember, maybe first time ever, it's not been April.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've done that to try and get more days off, I guess, built into the season. Kind of extend a little bit.
And trying to get all teams to open up on the same day hasn't happened since 1968.
What day is the 29th? I don't even know what weekday it is.
I didn't look
Probably,
at that.
I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Well, it's either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
So, well, thank you for that.
I don't think it's a Saturday, Sunday. It's probably a weekday.
But I was just looking. The Cardinals will take on the New York Mets at 12:10. And the Cubs will take on the Marlins at 11:40. So,
man,
early start. Of course, the Cubs at least will play down in Florida.
Well, they'll, what a great way to start the season. There'll be 20,000 fans on opening day in Miami, and 19,000 will be Cubs. Because nobody's going to Miami. They're all ticked off. They've traded everybody.
Right.
And Stevie J's playing left field for the Marlins on opening day because they've got nothing.
March 29th is a Thursday. So you got that.
Cubbies will have, it's going to be a weird feeling in Miami because the fan base down there is so mad because they've traded all their good people. And the 2 good people left want traded, and it's just going to be a AAA team down there, so good places for the Cubbies to open on US 105.9, my friends.
So, again, all 30 teams will begin play on the same day, and
right.
This hasn't happened since 1968. Looking at March 29th, I'm thinking that might be spring break-ish, because I know April 1st is Easter.
16 is spring break for us.
Okay, gotcha.
The University of Illinois is out, I think it's a Friday, so the 16th till the...
Oh, okay.
And April 1st is Easter this year.
Well, for me in Tolono, Unit 7 is taking a long extended Easter break, and Easter's on April 1st this year.
Right.
Okay.
All right, Cardinal Caravan tomorrow, 11 o'clock again, doors open. We'll have people at 11 every year, and I think, we get, paper this morning says 400 to 500. I think that's light. It depends on the weather. I think the weather's going to clear up after we get hit tonight a little bit, but not much accumulation, I don't think. Anyway, so tomorrow at 11, if you want to go to the Hilton Garden Inn, we welcome you. It's all free. And then at noon, we'll start the program. I'll do the introductions. We'll bring everybody out. Paul DeYoung is kind of the featured guy this year in this particular caravan. They have a bunch of them all over the Midwest. The Cardinals have done such a good job for so many years touching people. They are just incredible what they've done. Cubs Radio Network is 50 stations? Cardinals is 150. They foster that.
How did they keep so personal?
They just are tremendous at their organization inside, and I presume Theo will get to having a wonderful structure like the Cardinals do. Internally, they brought everything inside of the Cardinals a long, long time ago. And they're just really good. And John Rooney told me many years ago that the only way the Cardinals are this popular all over is because of the radio network, which they've had for so long. And they had the Jack Buck and the Harry Careys and the Joe Garagiolos and all these other guys for so many years. And so they've just worked radio. And they are just tremendous when they come out with these caravans. I think the Cubs used to go out. They used to have these kinds of things. But I don't know. That's been many years since I've seen a Cubs caravan, but they totally should be doing this too. Anyway, tomorrow at 11.
I've had at least 2 people ask me, what do I expect? I've never been, and I plan on going. I'd bring $10 for your raffle tickets because there's so many great tickets to games. There's the calendars that are handed out and bobbleheads and just all kinds of prizes.
Yep.
And you're helping out Illini Land FCA when you purchase.
That's exactly right. Okay, tomorrow at the Hilton Garden Inn, beginning at 11 doors, noon the program, Here you go, ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
80% chance of precipitation, high near 60. We're at 55 now. 20-hour low tonight as the blustery conditions come in. A winter weather advisory starting at 6 p.m., extending through 6 a.m. Then tomorrow, high 26, low 14 with partly cloudy conditions. 21 the high on Saturday, down to 5. Up to 20, down to 15 with snow likely on a Sunday night. Again, 55 on ESPN 93.5.
Fox Business Minute brought to you by Eric Bolin, Provident Financial Group in Champaign, where partnerships are built on trust. Find Eric, Provident Financial Group, LLC.com. ESPN 93.5. It's Thursday, January 11 at 7:20, headed to 59.
From the Fox Business Network, Delta Airlines is reporting better than expected business for the end of last year. Though its earnings were weaker than a year ago, excluding one-time tax expenses, its quarter actually topped year-ago numbers. Delta made more money, and it was flying more passengers. Samsung is being sued in France. Two rights groups are accusing the phone company of labor abuses at factories in China and South Korea. Specifically, the lawsuit accuses Samsung of misleading advertising. Samsung isn't commenting on the lawsuit, but on its website it says it maintains a world-class environment, health infrastructure, and rigorous standards to safeguard employees' well-being. Butterfinger and Baby Ruth candies could have a new owner by the end of the week. Nestle is selling its U.S. chocolate business, and it's expected to select the buyer soon. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Ginny Cosola.
First off, you robots are a great addition to the accounting department.
But
your auditing and risk assessment skills are excellent.
But
it's official. Robots have entered the world of accounting, and certified management accountants have mastered the 11 most critical practice areas in business, which means they'll be the ones calling the shots.
Forecasting, outstanding.
But
please stop oiling yourself up in the lunchroom.
I knew there was a but. There's always a but.
The CMA certification. You've got to earn it. Visit CMAcertification.org for details.
You already know Houlihan's Restaurant and Bar at the iHotel is a great restaurant, but don't forget about the bar. Fantastic drink specials and mouth-watering menu items from snacks to full meals. A nice selection of draft, craft, and domestic beers, and just about any cocktail you can imagine. Watch a game with multiple flat screens on all sides of the bar, or grab some tables and make it a party. Drink specials daily, plus Houlihan's is now serving a delicious hot breakfast 7 days a week. Houlihan's at the iHotel. Check them out at the corner of 1st Street and St. Mary's Road, just south of the State Farm Center.
Diane Ducey here to tell you about Mobile Meter. When I'm playing taxi to my kiddos, I no longer have to worry about parking tickets and loose change. I downloaded the Mobile Meter app to ease my parking frustrations. You should download the Mobile Meter app today. It's available on iTunes, on your phone app store, or at mobilemeter.us.
Well, as you file your tax return, Busey wants you to be aware of identity thieves who could be scheming to steal your refund. Tax identity theft has been the most common form of identity theft over the past 5 years. And in observance of Tax Identity Awareness Week here in January, Busey's team of experts provide steps to protect yourself this tax season, like filing early, secure your Wi-Fi connection, shred sensitive documents, lock away secure documents, secure your tax return by mailing it to a post office or official mailbox instead of your home, monitor your mail, and avoid the scammers' schemes. IRS will never contact you by email, text, or social media. If they need information, they're going to contact you by mail. Remember, the best way to protect yourself from fraud is to be proactive. Busey can help. Busey wants you to be informed of any security issues, scams, or alerts that may compromise your personal or financial information. Visit the Information Security Center, Busey.com. Call 800-67-BUSEY today. Member FDIC. All right, Thursday morning, ESPN 93.5. I didn't talk about this with Diane yesterday because it was just really hard. But we talked with Dr. Todd Likens. Your dog Tinkerbell went in for some surgeries, and complications happened, and Tinkerbell didn't make it and died. And we're just so sorry, Diane. It's just when you lose a dog, we all know that, how painful it is. And how many tears were shed, and I'm just so sorry that happened. But apparently a blood clot or something to the heart. Is that what the...
That's right. She made it through the surgery okay. Got some cancerous tumors removed. Mastosis is what we were calling it. It's in the breast area of the dog. We didn't have Tinkerbell spayed, and evidently the hormones can bring on something like this if the dog goes through its life without having puppies. So that's something that was new to me. I didn't realize all that, and I know we hear spade and neuter your dog or cat all the time, so I recommend that. And then she was recovering a couple of hours, and she was started this erratic breathing, and he started chest compressions, CPR. I think he even used the paddles and stuff to try to revive her, but believes that there's a clot that went into her heart. And she died. Oh. She's 8. The biggest poll that, over 150 posts of condolences on Facebook when I put this up, that it was a sad day for us at the Anderson household about Aiden and his connection with animals, and especially Tinkerbell, getting her as a puppy at 10 weeks old. Just, they had such a great connection, and he always took pride in walking her to the park 3 blocks down, and just every night they had the same kind of ritual and routine of, tucking in, and it's just such a vacancy now in our house. Yesterday, I just didn't realize, I put down a plate that had some, meat juice on it for her to lick up before I rinsed it off. And I'm like, she's not here. I mean, there's just so many things. That's just one, for instance. This morning, I typically step over her and then let her outside. It's just been really hard on us.
Well, our prayers are with you. It is a loss. There's no doubt. You cry your eyes out. You're not ashamed to do that. It's just changed the relationship between dogs and people. It's part of the family. It's a real loss. I think many of us have gone through that, and it's just a heartfelt. When we hear about this kind of thing, I mean, we all feel, because we know how close you can be. The dogs love you unconditionally.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They don't care what kind of day you had. They're never mad at you. They love you. They want to hug you and kiss you and be with you. And it's just very, very difficult. I have a clip, and I think if you're okay, I'll play it.
Okay.
Jimmy Stewart, one of the greatest actors in the history of mankind, was a real star in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, probably best known for all his Alfred Hitchcock movies and It's a Wonderful Life. He appeared on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Back in 1981, he talked about his dog Bo, which was a golden retriever. And he wrote a poem, and it starts out, very light and fun and funny. But it has a pretty powerful ending.
Okay.
So this is a Jimmy Stewart, and if you don't know who he is, one of the classic actors and classy men of all time. I actually interviewed him in 1985. Wonderfully nice and the real deal, and what a star he was. The true Hollywood star in the true sense of the word. Integrity. Just had it all going on. Jimmy Stewart, Tonight Show, July 28, 1981.
The title of it is Bo. That's the name of the dog. He never came to me when I would call unless I had a tennis ball, or he felt like it. But mostly he didn't come at all. When he was young, he never learned to heel or sit or stay. He did things his way. Discipline was not his bag, but when you were with him, things sure didn't drag. He'd dig up a rose bush just to spite me, and when I'd grab him, he'd turn and bite me. He bit lots of folks from day to day. The delivery boy was his favorite prey. The gas man wouldn't read our meter. He said we owned a real man-eater. He set the house on fire, but the story's long to tell. Suffice to say that he survived and the house survived as well. And on evening walks, and Gloria took him, he was always first out the door. The old one and I brought up the rear because our bones were sore. And he'd charge up the street with Mom hanging on. What a beautiful pair they were. And if it was still light and the tourists were out, they created a bit of a stir. But every once in a while, he'd stop in his tracks and with a frown on his face, look around. It was just to make sure that the old one was there to follow him where he was bound. We're early to bedders in our house. I guess I'm the first to retire. And as I'd leave the room, he'd look at me and get up from his place by the fire. He knew where the tennis balls were upstairs, and I'd give him one for a while, and he'd push it under the bed with his nose, and I'd dig it out with a smile. But before very long, he'd tire of the ball, and he'd be asleep in his corner in no time at all. And there were nights when I'd feel him climb upon our bed and lie between us, and I'd pat his head. And there were nights when I'd feel this stare, and I'd wake up and he'd be sitting there, and I'd reach out to stroke his hair, and sometimes I'd feel him sigh, and I think I know the reason why. He'd wake up at night and he would have this fear of the dark, of life, of lots of things, and he'd be glad to have me near. And now he's dead. And there are nights when I think I feel him climb upon her bed and lie between us, and I pat his head. And there are nights when I think I feel that stare, and I reach out my hand to stroke his hair, and he's not there. Oh, how I wish that wasn't so. I'll always love a dog named Bo.
That's, wow.
Thank you for that, Stevie J. And I can relate to so many of those words, especially reaching out to pet Tinkerbell on the edge of the bed.
It's Jimmy Stewart, 1981. Johnny Carson was crying there. He's kind of wiping his eyes, and I was too.
Yeah.
It's just so well done. Anyway, it kind of captures that. The feeling of how we feel about our animals, our pets. And I'm sure sorry about your loss there, Diane. Okay, it's ESPN 93.5. We'll be right back. Glad you're listening. It is Thursday morning.
Fox News Radio. I'm Chris Foster. A major change in Medicaid, the health insurance program used by about 1 in 5 lower-income Americans. The Trump administration is going to let states require able-bodied recipients to have jobs or otherwise be engaged in some sort of community involvement. States would have to apply for waivers. The administration says 10 states have already done so. There will be some political opposition and likely lawsuits over making people have jobs to be on Medicaid. There have been no arrests or suspects named in the murder of a college student found dead in a park in Lake Forest, California.
The parents of Blaze Bernstein held each other and got emotional reading a statement about their son.
Our family is devastated by the news.
More than a week after the 19-year-old disappeared, it wasn't until the heavy rains came that his body was discovered. The police chief would not say how he died.
Fox 11 LA's Lawrence Savan, the young man killed, was home on break from the University of Pennsylvania. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Leadership.
Experts. Advocates.
Influential.
It takes strong words like those to describe the region's most trusted business association.
The Champaign County Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is making a positive difference in our community, growing and improving the business climate, the economy, and our workforce through passionate advocacy, special programs, and unparalleled resources. Call the Champaign County Chamber of Commerce, 359-1791, or go to champaigncounty.org.
Grow with the Chamber. Join or renew your membership today.
Okay, in case you run out of things to worry about with your teenager, I've got yet another fad.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Well, it's good to know. I was in at Honda BMW yesterday. Jeff Van Buskirk works with me at the service area, took the CRV in. And it's just really, really, really good. They've got it going on. They got it together. It's Honda BMW Champaign. They are right there at Neal and Browash. DriveChampaign.com. You're going to get terrific service. I work with Christian Wallace. He's a really talented sales guy. And, of course, Ben Quattrone, your owner over there. Anyway, it's a new ownership. And if you've not been to Honda BMW in some time, you haven't been there for their growth and all the things they're doing. But the bottom line is they got really good vehicles. You just can't miss with a Honda and or BMW. And I talk about that new BMW showroom where if you do drop lasagna, you can just crouch down and grab it off the floor. It's that darn clean. Honda BMW, drivechampaign.com, drivechampaign.com. ESPN 93.5, 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
80% chance of rain and breezy. We've got a high of 59 expected, 20-hour low tonight with a 90% chance of precipitation and the winds gusty. In fact, there's a winter weather advisory in effect from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. They're saying new accumulation of less than a quarter of an inch.
Oh, just a dusting. It's going to be cold and windy, it sounds like.
Right.
And probably visibility if you got anything with, what are the winds?
Yeah, the gusts up to 28 miles per hour for the north.
So. Sideways, yeah.
So take note of that. Friday, partly cloudy, high 26, low 16, 21 to 5. The temperature range on Saturday, partly cloudy, clear into the evening, sunny on Sunday, high 20. By the evening, though, we have a chance for snow and a low 15 expected. Could be tricky on Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday. Right now, the temperature's at 55, ESPN 93.5.
And what's the, any idea what Tuesday? Because that's when the University of Illinois returns to classes. And I know
sunny and a high 13, low 2.
Okay. Big coat.
Exactly.
Well, you know what, though? We're almost halfway through January.
Exactly.
And I'm telling you, I take this elephant one bite at a time, and you got to get through December, January weather-wise.
Uh-huh.
And December's easier. Christmas, it's fun.
Right.
New Year's. And now January's your long one there. It's just 31 days. And it's really pretty cold. But this is the kind of a gift here today. 59.
Very mild.
It's a break. Mm-hmm. So we get rid of all the snow and ice and stuff, getting ready for more. But no matter what, February short days get longer and we spring ahead in March. So boom, bam,
exactly.
Done. I got this.
Heck, the first day of baseball is now on the March 29th.
Pitchers and catchers report in a month.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Support yourself, support community groups, and keep CU unique when you shop. CMI. They got cool stuff to clean your house and your business. Ask about the iMop. That's this little thingy you kind of run on the floors, and it's so cool. You just push the button and just cleans like you can't believe. Floors, hardwood, tile, the iMop. Schools have them. Buy them from CMI. Think local first, CMIClean.com. CMIClean.com, 359-6262, CMIClean.com. Cardinals, heard on ESPN 93.5, will be in town tomorrow. We're looking forward to our Cardinal Caravan here again. I will have a stack of calendars to give away here a bit later on in the program. If you would like to win a Cardinal calendar, we still have some left, although my stack is dwindling. These are gorgeous, color-pictured, 4 pages of coupons, Cardinal calendar that you hang on the wall, and then it kind of tells you when the games are, where the games are. It's all available, and we'll have more Cardinal calendars to give away. Plus, I do have 2 tickets in the Legacy Club for tonight's Illinois-Iowa game. You'll have a chance to win those coming up as well. So stand by. Cardinal Caravan tomorrow at the Hilton Garden Inn at 11, presented by Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and featuring Paul DeYoung, Ricky Horton, a couple of the highlights. Tomorrow, Hilton Garden Inn at noon. Doors open at 11. We'll have lots of room for you. Happy to welcome back to our show addiction specialist, Origins Recovery Center, Dr. John Dybin. How are you, my friend?
I'm well. How are you?
I like having John Dybin on. You have passion.
Well, it's an important thing that we're talking about. Anytime you're talking about things that, can make us healthier or make us sicker, it's important. So I appreciate you having me on so much.
Always a pleasure. Okay, FDA, Food and Drug Administration, has a warning. Chocolate as cocaine, newest teen high.
Huh.
Tell me, people are snorting what?
Well, it's a little different than it sounds, and there's the hype maybe a little more than what's reality. So first of all, when we talk about when they call it chocolate, it's really raw cacao powder. So this is literally the powder from the seed. So this isn't like you go and you take a Hershey bar and you chop it up and you snort it. This is the raw cacao powder, and it's been happening for quite some time. It's been happening. In fact, there's been a trend in Europe that I saw a few years ago where they have entire clubs where, like nightclubs, where adults go out and they snort cacao powder. And generally, it also has, especially here in the States, there's one in particular, it has common ingredients that you would find in energy drinks like ginkgo biloba and taurine and guarana. And the idea and the way it's marketed is that this gives you a sense of euphoria, it gives you energy, it gives you a kind of what people are looking for is a high. And the reality is that these substances, they probably don't have as dramatic an effect as people want it to. So it certainly isn't like you're snorting cocaine. But these are substances that generally aren't going to be cacao. Chocolate has caffeine in it. That's part of why you get that stimulant property. But these things, like chocolate, is something that can be healthy when eaten. The rule here that people have got to recognize and realize is this, that the stomach was designed to process food. Chocolate is a food. Cacao powder is a food. So stomach good, nose is designed for air, goes into the lungs. So stomach good for food, nose good for air. Not the other way, around.
Dr. John Dybin, Origins Recovery Center, has there been stuff that has happened that you say, I haven't even heard about that one? I mean, kids are creative. Teenagers are creative. People are creative when it comes to getting a buzz.
Oh, go back to the 60s and people trying to smoke banana peels. And I mean, I've heard over the past 20 years, so many different things that I can't even begin. We could write a book. The problem with it is that, of course, that there's, you shouldn't be snorting food. It's going to do potential damage to your nose, to your lungs. The other thing is, from a therapist's perspective, when you are constantly seeking any of these things, when you tell yourself, in order to feel okay, I need a substance, what you develop is called a behavioral habituation. And so you begin to become, even if you don't become physiologically addicted to something, which that's a whole nother condition, but you begin to create these pathways in your brain that say, I can't feel good unless I have something else.
Yeah.
And when you do that again and again, you sell yourself short in life.
John, is the number one thing, and I'll let you go in a minute, is the number one thing when it comes to addictions is to simply in your head, in your heart, know you have a problem?
You know what? It is. If you have an addiction, your brain, your logic is going to be off. Trust professionals, trust healthcare professionals, because you're going to know you have a problem, and then the next day you won't, and the next day you will. And if you're diagnosed with an addictive disorder, you need health care and you need addiction professionals, and you need to listen to what they say and take recommendations.
John Dybin, how do people find you?
Easiest thing is just go to originsrecovery.com, and my contact information is there, as well as a lot of information about different topics.
Palm Beach County, is that where you are?
Yes, we're in West Palm Beach.
Yeah. Good for you. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Probably a little warmer here.
Yeah, well, yeah. Today, we're 59. Tomorrow, we're like 0 million degrees, 1,000 inches of snow stuff. So anyway, thank you, John. Always a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Dr. John Dybin, D-Y-B-E-A-N. Always like having, I'm sorry, D-Y-B-E-N. Origins Recovery Centers down in Florida. And I'm exaggerating. It's not going to be that bad. Have a little dusting tonight. Going to be chilly, windy, all that stuff. Temperature drops, but got a nice couple of days of respite and got rid of all the snow.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all gone now.
Uh-huh.
Illinois game tonight. Would you like to go? If you would like to go to the Illini Legacy Club Access, I should give you a chance in the next 9 minutes. Stay with me. 2 tickets, really good seats. Cardinal calendars stand by next hour, roughly 8:25.
And in at 359-2255, a few listeners with condolences about Tinkerbell passing away. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, you got some there?
I did.
Yeah.
That's some nice sentiments. Thanks, Lori and Seth.
Yeah. 359-2255. You can always text in about anything, but we did talk about Diane's doggy dying on the operating table, essentially. Man, it's hard.
Right.
You didn't expect anything like that. You thought he was going in, get in.
Right.
But stuff happens, and if you're talking tumors and things, complications, and...
Dr. Todd said only lost one patient last year, and, only 3 in his long years of doing this that had, something mysterious that made it through the surgery fine, and then when they're waiting for her to come out of it is when the clot probably went to her heart.
You just don't know, I didn't know you could CPR. I didn't know you could paddle dogs. I didn't know that.
I'm sure.
All right, Houlihan's. I just texted Sam this morning. He's over there at the iHotel Conference Center, Houlihan's Restaurant. If you want to get breakfast, lunch, or dinner, all available there. They've got a wonderful menu. They got a fabulous chef salad. You like the what again? Zucchini?
It's the zucchini spiralized pesto salad. There's olives and cheese and all my favorites. Of course, lots of spinach and lettuce and things like that too. So it's awesome.
All in the Houlihan's restaurant. I had their burger recently. It's really good. I really prefer the steak wedge salad, little blue cheese crumbles on there.
Went in there with my daughter Gabby. We had soup and it was wonderful too.
Houlihan's restaurant, part of the iHotel Conference Center. Just to the south of the State Farm Center where the Iowa Hawkeyes are waking up.
You could probably eat there tonight before the game.
Yeah, get there. It'll be a little crowded, but you can get in.
Sure.
Plan it. It's a 7 o'clock tip. Your chance to win these Legacy Club tickets coming up momentarily. 7:45 ESPN 93.5. Here's your sports headline.
So I was just reading about freshman Oybaboden.
Greg.
Egg Bowden. Why do I even try
I've been playing basketball 3 years.
Yes.
He's given us a lot of energy off the bench.
Coming off an outstanding week, averaging 9.5 points and 90% shooting, along with 4 rebounds over the 2-game trip. So we're looking forward to action from him. Michael Finke and LeRon Black coming off, completed their coursework in undergraduate program of communication. So there's some stories about that. Evidently, our team has been sick, too. Have you heard about that?
No.
A couple of them throwing up before a game a couple of times ago, and it's kind of run through the team. So Coach Underwood had some comments about that on TV the other day.
It's just, they're close-knit. You're in practice every day. You're coughing, you're hacking, and you spread it around, but, it's all part of living and flu and all that stuff.
Yeah, it is. 'Tis the season. We are 0-4 in the Big Ten and 0-5 in the Big Ten for Iowa. They are 9-9. We are 10-7. It's pretty much an evenly matched team.
We're favored by 5 because we're at home, but they're very capable. Iowa was projected in the top half of the Big Ten this year. Fran McCaffrey, he's their fiery coach. I think he got kicked out of the last game. So he does get angry, and Brad Underwood can get on you pretty good too. So this is obviously a must-win for our Fighting Illini. We're looking for a victory. We haven't won in the Big Ten in football, women's basketball, and men's basketball since last year. So we're really thirsty, and I expect us to win tonight, beat Iowa. But it's not a oh boy, it's Iowa. They're good. They got some really good players. They got a really good big guy. So got to go play. I think we'll have a good crowd. I think it'll be good, and I think we're going to win. So
7 o'clock tonight for the tip. Last night, number 4 Michigan State beat Rutgers 76-72 in double overtime, and Northwestern over Minnesota 83-60. The ladies lost to Nebraska. That final was 80-72. Alex Whittaker with 22 points in that game. Bulls over the New York Knicks 122-119 in double overtime. Miami Heat over the Pacers 114-106. On ice, Minnesota over the Blackhawks 2-1. Now the Wild a step in front. They have a winning streak going on in that conference. All right, and then we're talking about all 30 teams opening up on the same day for Major League Baseball. Hasn't happened since 1968. Cubs are in Florida to take on the Marlins, and the New York Mets and the St. Louis Cardinals will go at it on March 29th.
That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah. Well, we're planning a bus trip. I am working something out. I'm trying to do Cubs Cardinals, right? That's kind of what we want to try, right? Right?
I think so.
It's just more expensive.
Right.
So do I want to do Cubs Cardinals? They're going to cost us more. Or do we just do a Cardinal bus trip? Keep the Cubs off the bus.
That's no fun.
Well, now that you have a better team, you're kind of excited, aren't you?
And over the past couple of years, it just does seem like our Cardinal bus trip has turned into more blue than red.
Well,
sometimes.
we're looking at a Saturday.
Okay. We haven't
again,
done that before.
We've not done. It'll make a lot more people available. But I'm toying with May 5.
Okay.
Which is a Saturday, 1:15. Go reasonable, come home reasonable. I like those. It'd be 3 buses, but it's a premium ticket. It's just a lot more expensive. I can get a better ticket price during the week, but the Cubs don't play in St. Louis during the week this year. What?
So that May 5th is Chicago,
yeah.
1:15.
Right.
Okay.
It's perfect. We leave at 8, come home, be home by 7-ish, 8-ish. I mean, that's really nice. But again, I'm trying to kind of thinking aloud here.
May 1st and 2nd, they take on the Chicago White Sox.
Yeah. That's
Do
interesting.
we have White Sox? That's 12:15 start on Wednesday the 2nd.
Text in 359-2255. Cardinal fans, would you prefer to leave the blue off the bus? 359-2255. Cub fans, would you like to go to St. Louis? It's such easy access. And Cub fans do like going to St. Louis, particularly when you have a better team. And the Cubbies won 14 out of 19 of the games last year. So
and we love bringing on that rooftop party for the Cubs last year, but it does come with its
there's a lot involved.
challenges.
A lot involved going to Wrigley. It's just harder. It just is. 359-2255. Text in what you think. Should we go to a Cubs Cardinals game in a bus, or should it be Cardinals anybody else? If you have a thought, we welcome those. I'm kind of leaning Cubs Cardinals weekends, just premium. It's going to cost more. Normally we can do it for $99, but it'd probably be $119, so a little more. But it's just the tickets are higher on the weekend, and anytime the Cubs are in St. Louis, it's a high price. So I can get a box seat, but they're just more expensive. So figured it all out, it'd be a little more. I think I'm starting to think it might be better to go Cubs Cardinals weekend. And again, a weekend, Saturday, golly, we'll have a lot of folks available for that too. Weekdays are a little harder because you're in school and all that other stuff. So we'll work it out. We'll figure it out. I'll let you know because we start selling those like next month because we really get on this early because we want to secure it, give you plenty of notice, see if you clear your calendar, see if you can afford it, and all those other good things. Troy Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. How are you?
We're doing great. The weather's warmed up a little bit, even though it's raining outside. It's getting a little bit of a breather for the guys before we hit the next deep freeze.
And you got another one coming, man. It's 2 degrees above zero Tuesday morning. Come on.
Yeah, yep. You might not be thinking about it right now, but with this thawing and the rain, watch out for those sump pumps. I know we've had a lot of busted water pipe calls. The restoration companies are swamped, but don't forget the sump pumps.
Sump pump. And what should I do to don't forget the sump pump? Just have you guys check it, or do I go down there and make sure it looks right, or what do I do?
It's your choice.
Okay.
We'll come check it for you. We'll get you on one of our comfort clubs, and that'll be one yearly check. But if you don't have time for that, go down there, make sure the float is free and not getting stuck on the side, or if it still moves up and down, depending on which one you have.
Okay.
And if the pump is submerged and it's not running, there's likely an issue.
Good boy. LanceInc.com, 355-5512. And today would not be a bad day to call you because it's a bit warmer and you will have probably some availabilities, won't you?
Right. Yes,
Okay.
yes. We're still catching up from last week, but
Man.
we have a little bit of breathing room.
Well, that's what happens when you go out, buy a company, and put your face on the back of the truck. That's just what happens. Troy, we appreciate all you do because you're a real community guy. You're very much behind Lifeline Connect, and I think that's a wonderful program that helps folks that have addictions to reassimilate back into the community. You've been a big part of that. You don't tout that because you're just that kind of a guy, but you do a lot of good community stuff.
Yes,
and we
try to.
We really appreciate all your work you do. So I'll be in touch with you, my friend. Thanks so much.
Talk to you soon.
All right, Troy Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. 355-5512. 255-5512.
1-800-AIR-REPAIR.
Yep. And the local is 355-5512.
Exactly.
Okay. 800-AIR-REPAIR might be easier.
Landsinc.com.
Okay, so I'm leaning toward the Cubs.
Well, from the text here, it's more Cub card interest than anything else.
It's just, if we'd have just got Stanton, we'd have had a little more confidence in the matchup. No, we got Marcell Ozuna is going to be good. We need one more hitter, Cardinals, and maybe a closer. So give me Josh Donaldson and Alex Colomé from Tampa. And then I think it's like game on. You feel a little bit better. The Cubbies just got a really formidable lineup. So 359-2255. May 5, kind of leaning Cubs Cardinals weekend. Premium ticket. I usually buy some sweet tickets to sell. I don't think I'm doing that because the sweet ticket would be a high number. Cubs Cardinals sweet ticket May 5. I'd probably have to sell that thing for $260. Nobody's going. That's just too much. I don't think you're going to do that. So I'd stick with the box seat and do the probably $119. Normally we do it for $99, but again, Saturday premium Cubs Cardinals. But I think there would be quite a bit more. Okay, Cardinal Caravan tomorrow. More interest. Cardinal Caravan tomorrow. If you would like to be with us, you are invited. It is free. If you can sneak the kids out of school for a couple of hours, they'd love it. Otherwise, be there and be with your one item so that you can get an autograph. One item only, please, as we line up 500 people. So, okay, it's ESPN 93.5, 5 till.
Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola is your local furniture expert. They've been in business over 50 years and their sales team has over 150 years of experience. They carry everything you need to furnish your whole house with top name brands such as Broyhill, Lane, Ashley, Smith Brothers, Bemco mattresses, and Mohawk carpeting. Their showroom is huge with over 30,000 square feet of furniture. Stop by Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola today or visit kelseyfurniture.com, K-E-L-S-E-Y, Kelsey Furniture, or like them on Facebook. Kelsey Furniture, quality for less.
Sub-zero temps have been causing plumbing problems all across central Illinois. When a pipe bursts or a drain freezes, who do you call to dry up all the water after the plumber has been there? Hi, this is Damon with CleanRite, here to help out 24/7. We have been taking care of our clients' water-related emergencies and carpet cleaning needs since 1998. We are local and know how important prompt professional service is. To find us, just Google CleanRite Champaign. And remember, at CleanRite, we are there when you need us.
Okay, so somebody said no Cubs.
That's right.
It's just like that.
You know, in the end, you really can't win.
No, I know.
When you try to put it out there for everybody to make up their mind.
When you have both teams of interest, there's interest in the White Sox, but maybe not quite yet. In a couple of years, White Sox are going to be really, really good.
Okay, but see, what was appealing to me is May 2nd, it's a Wednesday, and it was 12:15 start.
Yeah, 12:45, I think. 12:15's broadcast time.
Okay, gotcha.
Usually, well, I don't know. Usually 12:45, but maybe it's 12:15. Anyway, but we have Cubs Cardinals Saturday. I mean, it opens up a whole nother. We're kind of doing a meeting on the air here.
Exactly.
It opens up a whole. I'm doing Donald Trump. We're doing Donald Trump live, cameras rolling.
Right.
We're figuring things out.
Unscripted.
I think I'm leaning to Cubs Cardinals because the interest in that rivalry. It's May, so the weather presumably a little better. We tried to go in April last year, and that was bad. So and you know, would you rather have a $99 Kansas City ticket or a $119 Cub ticket? I think it's a $119 Cub ticket. Cubs Cardinals are just Cubs Cardinals.
Right,
you know, it's hot. Because I have to pay a premium to get these things with their box seats.
Oh, it's just so much fun to have that rivalry on the bus.
And then do I buy sweet tickets for $260? That's what I'd have to charge to cover the stuff.
But
that's
people do it 260.
I've sold those before for like $175. They'd be like $260.
Okay,
just hot stuff. Okay, thanks for joining our meeting. If you would like to go to the Illini and Iowa tonight, I've got my best 2 tickets available right now to the 50th text.
Okay.
If you
now you can text.
Now you can text. People have been texting a little early.
Right.
359-2255, section 136, row 11, a.k.a. B. I think it's like in zone B with a table. I've actually never sat in these seats. I probably need to go do that. So I can say, oh, they're beautiful. Legacy, club accent, anything with club behind it is kind of cool. So 359-2255. The 50th text in, write in Illini or tickets or me or whatever you'd like. Just I don't want you to get into a long text here.
If you're able to go tonight against Iowa.
7 o'clock tonight, right. 7 o'clock tonight. And if you'd like to go Illinois, Iowa, Legacy Club Access. My best 2 seats for the game tonight. Let's go. Nothing in my lexicon would allow me to think we could possibly lose to Iowa at home. That would be a really bad feeling. Illinois is going to be an awful team to play in February and March. You're not going to, no matter what our record is, you won't want to play us by then. We're getting better. We're just not fun to play because we're going to pressure you and make it hard and physical and all that stuff. So eventually I think we're going to be terrific. I just think we're in this process of learning and getting some other recruits in to help us a little bit.
All right, we're halfway there. 359-2255.
All right, halfway home here for the 50th text already. 359-2255. If you'd like to go to the ball game tonight, Iowa and Illinois, and again 7 o'clock. And these are my best 2 seats to give you. We're going to break for the news from Fox here at the top of this hour. A restaurant I want to share with you. I'm kind of a fan, called Pie's the Limit. And I'm going to talk to the manager of that place. If you've not heard of this,
right over at the Crossing.
Yep, Village at the Crossing. Get into that next. All right, we'll get to our winner. Stand by, ESPN 93.5. Check our Fox News. It's Thursday, January 11. Glad you're along. It's Diane. I'm Stevie J, and it's 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK, ESPN 93.5, Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
He keeps tweeting about that dossier about him. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump writing it's discredited and phony and paid for by Democrats.
People continue to talk about the 2016 election in light of the dossier, in light of this ridiculous concocted Russian collusion delusion.
Counselor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, testimony from Fusion GPS, which produced the dossier, states their research corroborates info the FBI already had from a Trump insider. Democrats say Republicans are trying to undermine the special counsel's investigation. Now, the president also brought up the dossier in a tweet about a vote in Congress today. Fox's Rachel Sutherland live in Washington.
Dave, President Trump suggested the FBI may have used a government spying program known as FISA Section 702 to snoop on his campaign. The tweet contradicts a statement from the White House last night, which urged the House to reject an amendment that would weaken the program. FISA Section 702 allows the government to spy on foreigners overseas. In some cases, Americans have been caught up in surveillance efforts. The House will vote on legislation extending the program for another 6 years. Republican Rand Paul, a known privacy hawk, is threatening to filibuster in the Senate. Dave.
Rachel, they'll dig for more victims today in knee-deep mud in Southern California.
It's my mom, and I'm fighting with all my heart to find her. 17
people remain unaccounted for. 17 others died. The mud that cascaded down was full of boulders and trees, damaging or destroying hundreds of homes and cars. 7-Eleven has terminated licensing agreements to some franchises after immigration agents raided nearly 100 7-Elevens across the country, arresting at least 21 people.
We're going to increase worksite enforcement across the country to remove yet another reason for people to come to this country illegally.
Tom Holman is acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Walmart joins the list of companies paying workers bonuses after getting a big tax cut. They'll each get $1,000. Walmart is the U.S.'s largest employer in private and is raising its starting salary to $11 an hour. Fox News, fair and balanced.
Ever had an obstructed view at a show or an event?
This is so amazing.
What's so amazing? I can't see around this concrete column. That's what it's like relying on checking your credit to protect you from identity theft. You get a limited view.
She looks beautiful.
Who looks beautiful? You might detect credit changes, but you can miss threats, like someone getting an online payday loan in your name or selling your personal information on the dark web.
Did you see that?
See what? The concrete? With LifeLock, you can see more. We use proprietary technology to detect a range of identity threats. And if you have a problem, a U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can alert you to threats you could miss.
Told you this was worth seeing.
You are killing me. Memberships start at $9.99 a month plus applicable taxes. Now get 10% off. Go to LifeLock.com and enter promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS. LifeLock. More detection, more protection.
Darrell Issa is the latest member of Congress who's ready to go back home to California announcing he won't seek re-election. At least 30 House Republicans will leave. 3 GOP senators also not running in 2018, the most departures in one party since 1994.
Among the dozens of GOP lawmakers who say they're not running again include 7 current committee chairs, including former chairwoman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Eliana Ross-Layton of Florida, who offered this assessment.
You see the future, and it ain't pretty.
But House Judiciary Chairman Bob Gillette of Virginia, who is also retiring this year, tells Fox News at Night the GOP's tax overhaul could turn that tide.
Every party needs to take the next election very seriously, but I think that this Republican Party is starting to catch a wave in its favor, starting with the tax cuts.
In Washington, Sean Lanchel, Fox News.
There are at least 14 Democrats in the House not planning to seek re-election this year. A sex scandal in Missouri starring the state's governor.
Missouri Governor Republican Eric Greitens and his wife putting out a statement Wednesday night saying there was a time when he was unfaithful in our marriage. This was a deeply personal mistake. Eric took responsibility. That statement released after a local TV station, KMOV, reported that Greitens had a sexual relationship with his former hairdresser. The station says the woman's ex-husband claims Greitens took naked pictures of her and threatened to make them public if she spoke about the affair. Greitens' lawyer says there was no blackmail. Jill Nato, Fox News.
There's news on the economy. No wholesale inflation. Last month, producer prices declined 0.1%, led by cheaper food and lowering shipping costs. Also, there was a rise in first-time jobless claims last week, up 11,000 to 261,000. On Wall Street, stock futures rising modestly the day after the S&P 500 and NASDAQ declined for the first time this year. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News Radio.
Here is your ESPN 93.5 three-day forecast from the National Weather Service. We got just really mild conditions and rainy skies today. It's going to be 59. I mean, it's January 11, and we get a nice little break here, albeit rainy, but the snow, I can't see any snow. Even your ice pack stuff, I think, is pretty much melted. So 59 for today. And then we're going to be kind of blustery and a 1/4 inch of snow tonight, right? I mean, just going to be kind of winter again. Temperature's going to drop down to what, 20s?
That's right.
Man.
Our low this evening at 20, 50% chance of blustery conditions, and 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. is when we have our winter weather advisory. Partly sunny by tomorrow, though, with a high 26, low 14, up to 21 Saturday, down to 5, 20 the high on Sunday, starting out sunny, then snow likely and a low 15 on Sunday evening. Could see some snow coming into Martin Luther King, and as we get into next week, down into the single digits at night.
That's when U of I's back, too. So
56 now.
Kind of a bummer. You got to walk to class and all over campus.
Right.
Bill Harmon, you win, my friend.
Wonderful. I can't thank you enough.
Well, you get to sit Legacy Club tonight. I got 2 of those for you, Bill. Any assessment on the Fighting Illini?
I'm exactly like you. I think they're getting better and better. We're just all anxious to see it happen.
Yep. Process can be tough sometimes. Enjoy your seats, my friend.
Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough.
My pleasure, Bill. Winner of our primo seats tonight, it's Bill Harmon.
Go Illini.
Of Urbana.
Beat Iowa.
Yeah, I was down for that ball off Deion Sanders' shoulder game back in whatever year that was. Iowa Hawkeyes, and of course Bruce Pearl and that whole history of taping Deion Sanders, getting us in trouble with the NCAA. And anyway, so we had this thing with Iowa in the late 80s, early 90s. It was just rabid. And so I used to work at the scorer's table, and I was down there for the Iowa game, and the ball goes off Deion Thomas's shoulders into the basket. Game over. Buzzer hits. Iowa middle of the court, falling on each other. It's one of those heap of black, and it's Iowa beats us by The game is a 2-point game. But wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. There's 1.5 seconds left. TJ Wheeler on the baseline.
Yeah, baby.
To Andy Kaufman curling around a pick that Lou Henson had so masterfully drawn up. And I was right behind Andy when he shot the ball, and it looked perfect. It left his hand at 0.0, but he pushed it off at 0.1. They looked at it over. We couldn't in a movie gotten it right.
Wow.
And the ball went through, nothing but net. and everybody was piled at and it was Iowa, and it was since the NCAA. It was just an energy as one of the greatest. Anyway, that's Iowa, and Illinois have had some classics, and they're just usually knockdown, drag out.
Now, I had to sub for you twice, and I could not contain myself. Tony Clements twice had to pat me on the arm, saying, "Okay, simmer down."
Yeah,
because I mean, especially in a situation like that, I guess it's the end of the game, so you're not a spotter anymore. Are you jumping up and down? And
no,
okay.
Did I root? Yeah, but actually for that shot I did stand.
Okay,
as the whole place
right
on their feet.
Okay,
and then I looked over at Tony, the late great Tony Clements, and I said, "Was that a 3?"
Right.
And he just calmly nodded his head.
Exactly.
I'm going, we win by 1. Oh, man. And Lou Henson, by the way, celebrated his 86th birthday yesterday.
Oh, congratulations, Lou!
Well, God bless Lou and Mary, and continued hopes that his health improves.
Yes.
For Lou Henson Court, only one of 2 people to have 2 courts named in his honor. It's John Wooden and Lou Henson, Hall of Fame coach.
New Mexico State also honoring him, as he was a great coach there too.
Yep. Okay, in Las Cruces, which is not that easy to get to. It's Paul DeYoung, Oscar Mercado, Andrew Kisner, Randy Flores, Andy Alan Bennis, and Ricky Horton for our Cardinal Caravan tomorrow. It happens every year. Last year we were so disappointed because we got the call, tonight, Thursday night, and they said bad weather. We're not going to put our guys in danger. It's icy. They canceled 2 or 3 of these caravans, and we were really bummed and disappointed, and plus to get the word out that quickly.
Once again, that was last year.
This year's a new year. Cardinals, of course, didn't have a great year last year. It's all because that darn caravan was iced out.
Dang it.
Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow with Paul DeYoung, who's an Illinois State graduate. And, I'll play. I interviewed Ricky Horton earlier in the week. I'm going to replay that tomorrow at 7:30 because I just thought he was really good. And so we'll hear from Ricky Horton about the St. Louis Cardinals. No news to report regarding, any more players that the Cardinals are trying to sign to be competitive with the Chicago Cubs. But it's still a month to go before we get into the pitchers and catchers. So
one thing that stuck out to me with Ricky Horton was, he was a player for the Cardinals mid-'80s into the 90s, and then took a year off or something, and then he started as the president of the St. Louis area FCA.
Yep. Fellowship of Christian Athletes is involved tomorrow with the ticket sales for the raffles. We do raffles, so any money, it's all free to get in, but if you want to buy a raffle ticket, I think it'll be $5 for 6 tickets or $10 for an arm length. You want to do the arm length and help Fellowship of Christian Athletes for $10. And all the monies go to them, Illini Land FCA. So the folks selling tickets will be athletes. So you'll get to meet some of these great athletes that are involved in FCA. So that's happening tomorrow, and that starts at 11 when you arrive. You can get there at 11 if you really want to be up close and personal. And we do have people coming at 11. They'll be decked in their red. And team will be introduced. I'll do the introductions tomorrow about noon. And then it'll go about an hour. We'll take questions from you. I'll be in the audience. We'll have one microphone kind of in the middle, and you can come up and line up and ask questions of any of the Cardinals that are there. It'll be fun to talk to them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to welcome gender equity specialist, award-winning entrepreneur, advocate for gender equity, author of Unlimited, Conquering the Myth of the Glass Ceiling, Dr. Courtney Baker. Courtney, how are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Keynote speaker. She travels all over the place. How often do you travel?
Gosh, it really just depends, but I can see it ramping up right now.
Mark Wahlberg got $1.5 million for All the Money reshoot. I read this story. Michelle Williams was paid less than $1,000.
Right.
Is that because she was a woman, or Mark Wahlberg has better people?
Well, it's negotiation skills for sure. And I don't think this is a specific gender equity example in Hollywood, because she told her agents, I will go anywhere, wherever, I will do whatever, just get this reshot without Kevin Spacey.
Right.
And he said, you want me, it's going to cost you. And so to the tune of $1.5 million, and they paid it.
Well, if she'd have said the same thing, she'd have gotten money. There's no doubt about it, because they needed her to do this. So it was just a question of, here you might put that in a mental note if you're a director or producer. Say, I want her next time. She's so easy to work with.
I don't think this will happen again.
Probably not. But as far as somebody that's committed, that seems to be really workable. I mean, you like people to work with. I mean, didn't Alex Baldwin get kind of blackballed because he's a mess to work with? I mean, so
a diva.
You got that kind of stuff going on. But I don't know. Where are we? I mean, I sure don't look at women and say, gosh, oh boy, I get to pay them less. I don't think about that. I just think of how skilled are they and how good are at what they do.
Well, if you think about last year in 2017, Mark Wahlberg was the highest paid actor, and he made last year $68 million.
Wow.
Whoa.
Emma Stone was the highest paid female actress. She made $26 million.
Oh, man.
And Emma Stone was...
So there definitely is an issue of gender disparity in Hollywood, but it's not just Hollywood. This is everywhere. Women still make about 20 cents less on the dollar than men do.
Okay. Well, I don't think that's right.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, they were speaking out about that at the Golden Globes, and, equality was a big topic. What's your feeling about that? And did you watch the Golden Globes on Sunday night?
I did not. I was but I did see Oprah's speech. But have you seen now? Seal is coming out.
Yeah.
That's been crazy. So that's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, Seal came out and said, "What about Oprah's hypocrisy? All of a sudden, you're part of the problem. Now you think you're the solution." So he hit her pretty hard, I thought. And there's, these pictures I mentioned the other day, and Courtney, you might have seen these, the pictures of Oprah cuddling up and kissing him and all that other stuff. And I just contend
Harvey
Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Right. And cuddling up with Harvey. And I'm thinking, in life, we all know people that are kind of creepy. And you don't know, but you kind of know. And so sometimes in business, we kind of say, well, they're pretty good guys. But you spend a lot of money with your company. Okay, they're pretty. You justify based on their power and position. Isn't that true?
Well, if it's as rampant as everyone is making it out to be, there's no way that Oprah did not know. The powerhouse of, she can...
No question.
So I don't buy that, but, the foundation is we as women have got to learn that we deserve a seat at the table, and when we get that seat, we deserve a voice at the table. Because in my research, so many women talked about how they may have a seat at the table, but they didn't have the confidence to speak up at the table. And that right there is the issue.
Well, and I tell you what, we'll have a woman president at some point, and I'm all for the best person. I'd have voted for Condoleezza Rice. I mean, there's some people out there. I don't care. What are you? I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're Asian. I don't care if you're a woman. What you got? Show me. Let's go. I mean, Courtney, look at what you've done. I mean, you've accomplished amazing things in your life.
Well, thanks.
No, it's inspiring when you just don't give up. And you built up quite a business here, but you had to start from nothing.
Well, I was a single teenage mom, so to go from there to Texas Businesswoman of the Year,
unbelievable. That's incredible, and it's
thanks.
So yeah. I mean, your story is incredible. I wish we had more time to get into that, maybe another time. But how do people find you, Courtney? Dr. Courtney Baker. How do they find you?
At CourtneyBaker.com, and my mom didn't know how to spell it. It's C-O-R, no U, C-O-R-T-N-E-Y, Baker.com.
Listen, hope we can chat again sometime. Appreciate it. Congratulations on all you're doing. Your book, I presume, is on Amazon?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's chat again sometime.
Sounds good.
Dr. Courtney Baker, Unlimited, Conquering the Myth of the Glass Ceiling is her name. At 8:17, ESPN 93.5, we jump to some sports headlines. I did watch the end of Michigan State over Rutgers. That was overtime. And Rutgers, what? They used to be like, okay, let me wipe my feet on you, doormat.
Well, Michigan State's number 4.
No, listen, this was at East Lansing. It was in Michigan.
Wow.
So, they had the game won. I mean, it was... Rutgers is way better than they used to be.
When I heard that, I was thinking, do you take Michigan State down a couple of notches? Because, I know they won it.
They won the game.
Okay.
So. But you lose it, they'd have dropped 10.
Right.
So it was, anyway, Rutgers, the point is Rutgers is way better than they used to be.
76-72 was the final in that game. Northwestern over Minnesota, 80-63. We had the Illinois ladies losing yesterday. The final was 80-72. Nebraska took that one. Illinois and Iowa tonight. We are both looking for our first Big Ten win. So let's see what happens. Starts at 7 o'clock tonight. And we just had Bill Harmon of Urbana as a winner of tickets here on ESPN 93.5. On to the NBA. Bulls over the Knicks in double overtime. 122-119 was the final. Miami Heat over the Pacers 114-106. On ice last night, Minnesota over the Blackhawks 2-1. Also trending is all 30 teams in the MLB starting up on the same day, which is March 29th.
Thursday. Yeah.
Wow. Florida Marlins and the Cubs at late morning, and then early afternoon will be the Cardinals and the New York Mets. So looking forward to carrying that either on ESPN 93.5 or US 105.9, your Cardinals and Cubs affiliate. And we also have something trending in MLB with the player agent Jason Woods with Career Sports Entertainment evidently filming clients while they were in his shower.
Pete's sakes.
So they are investigating that, and he has been let go.
All right, check your ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
We've got a high of 59. We're currently at 56. Breezy, some light rain, foggy conditions, 20-hour low tonight. Blustery conditions coming our way. Winter weather advisory from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. But partly sunny tomorrow and cooler with a high 26, low 14. 21 the high on Saturday, down into the single digits, and then Sunday's high at 20. We're currently at 56 with the light rain and breezy conditions. ESPN 93.5.
All right, we're going to check our Fox Business Minute and be right back here on this Thursday morning, January 11. Good to have you along. ESPN, home of the Cardinals, 93.5. We'll return in a moment. 8:20.
From the Fox Business Network, Walmart is making changes to pass on some of its savings to employees following passage of tax legislation. The minimum wage at Walmart is going up to $11 starting with the February 17th pay cycle. Walmart's minimum wage is currently $10 for employees who have passed a training program. Walmart will also be sending out a one-time bonus of up to $1,000 for a worker with 20 years of service. Walmart is also expanding maternity and paternal leave benefits. Prices at the wholesale level declined in December. Producer prices slipped 0.1% last month. The decline is smaller than expected. The number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits rose last week. New claims rose by 11,000. That increase could reflect bitter cold and snow in a large part of the U.S. last week. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Ginny Cosola.
First off, you robots are a great addition to the accounting department.
But
your auditing and risk assessment skills are excellent.
But
it's official. Robots have entered the world of accounting, and certified management accountants have mastered the 11 most critical practice areas in business, which means they'll be the ones calling the shots.
Forecasting, outstanding.
But
please stop oiling yourself up in the lunchroom.
I knew there was a but. There's always a but.
The CMA certification. You've got to earn it. Visit CMAcertification.org for details.
Check out the new BMW of Champaign. It's not like the old Twin City. They have new on-site local ownership since 2013, along with a new state-of-the-art facility. With a Customer First Service Award winner for 2015, BMW of Champaign does business your way. Yes, they have tons of cars. Yes, they'll get you what you want. Yes, they discount, deal, and even pick up and deliver. So stop in, ask for Ben, and give BMW of Champaign a look. BMW of Champaign at the corner of Neal and Burwash in Savoy.
Dr. G's Brainworks Marketplace Shopping Center in the Dick's Sporting Goods wing, where brains of all ages come to play. A one-of-a-kind specialty store with a smart collection of hand-picked, expert-tested, certifiably fun ways to build better brains. Their store is designed for you to roll up your sleeves and get a little brainy while you play games, solve puzzles, try out gadgets to find the right games and activities for you and your favorite brains. Dr. G's promises you'll have fun, clear the mental cobwebs, and enjoy the cognitive benefits of playing with a smart purpose. Dr. G's Brainworks at Marketplace Mall, Champaign.
ESPN 93.5, Ryan Gailey, General Manager, a place called Pies the Limit, as in Paul, like pie. How are you, Ryan?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Good.
How would you describe Pies the Limit?
It's a fast gourmet pizza option that gives you unlimited topping choices for a really affordable price.
Man, that was a great elevator speech, man. That was perfect. All right, so I'm coming in, and of course I'm. Am I your best customer? I'm close.
You are my best customer.
I am really close because if we bring the fam in, the friends, we get like 10 of them. So
correct.
And I have my frequent flyer card, which is really cool. Because after like the 10th or 12th pizza, I get one free. Woohoo! So
every 10 punches, you get a free pizza or a pasta or a salad.
Here's the deal: $8.99. Is this a 12-inch pizza?
It's an 11-inch Neapolitan crust, so it's a thin, crispy crust pizza.
Okay, so you start out with that. Then I like the olive oil on there to get away from my sugars, so I'll do olive oil. And then it's like, how many trays am I picking from, Ryan? How many choices for toppings do I have?
You've got over 50-plus food item toppings, plus another 12 to 15 in seasonings, but you can also kind of do a creation thing where you can mix sauces. You can do a half-and-half pizza, so if, you come in with a couple and one person wants all veg and one person wants all meat, you can split it in half.
Everything is $8.99. Everything.
$8.99. So the pizzas and the pastas are $8.99, and we do those, the pastas in a nice skillet. It starts off and goes in the oven. You have the same choices you do for the pizza, and the salads are $7.99. And they are unlimited choices, too. And actually, this month we have $6.99 salads all month to celebrate the kickoff of the new year. So.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you even had salads. Wow. Dang it.
Yes. Yeah.
So you said this month I can get a salad for $6.99?
$6.99 all month.
Oh, my goodness.
And you say, wait a minute. Hold on. I want to get to. So I get iceberg lettuce, blue cheese, tomatoes, olives. I mean, doesn't matter. Crouton.
Well, actually, we start you off with 6 ounces of chopped romaine, and then you can add spinach to it, plus you can add all the greens and all the vegetables you want, or you can add more meats and do another type of, like an Italian type of antipasti kind of thing.
So Ryan Gailey at Pie's the Limit, Village at the Crossing, Champaign. Have you ever looked at somebody and said, really? You have 50 toppings? Really? You want them all? Really?
We do get it occasionally, but what I always tell them is it's not really going to turn out the way you think it's going to, but I'll be happy to give it a shot for you. So,
I mean, what's the most you can put on a pizza without it just falling over?
I normally, for myself, I shoot with 5 toppings or so to try to give myself some variety. But, I mean, I've seen a lot of people come up with some really nice vegetable pizzas that they, add a lot of different flavors to. Because you can do everything from sauteed mushrooms and onions, which we do in-house, artichoke hearts, garlic, there's a lot of things you can do.
I love all that.
$8.99, man. I don't understand the business model. Where did this start? Where are you on this? Is this a franchise?
No, actually, we have 2 more in Springfield, and this is our first shot into Champaign. So we're hoping to have another store here opening at some point, and we're letting this go and just growing it. And I think we're getting a good response so far.
And gosh, Ryan, pizza. There's not much competition for that, is there? Ha ha.
It's a tough market. But I think we've got a lot of loyal customers so far, and we're just going to keep growing it. So
okay, I'll see you soon, I'm sure.
I hope so. I hope so.
All right, buddy. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys. Have a great morning.
Ryan Gailey, General Manager, Pie's the Limit, $8.99 everything. And I get the olive oil topping, then I do mozzarella extra, then I do mozzarella balls because I get enough mozzarella. And then I usually go, I'm pretty easy. I'll go with sausage, pepperoni, scramble a little ham in there. Then I'll go over here, and then you've got everything else you want. Everything 50 plus the seasonings. So what do you want? Pineapple? You got it all.
Yeah.
So then I put a little Asiago on there, a few green olives to kind of get that salty thing going. Yeah. And bam, you've got yourself a heck of a $8.99 deal. Now,
are you doing the same thing every time? Does he see you coming and start preparing it?
Ryan's got some wonderful people, so he fixed my last one, but I've had a lot of different people.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm quite not that regular.
Okay, gotcha.
Like every day, but we're doing that place at least weekly.
Well, and it's healthy, and especially a $6.99 salad here in the new year.
I
That's great.
To be very honest, I didn't know about his pasta salad because of some laser beam on that pizza.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, here's your deal, and I don't have very many left, but if you want to go to radiorefunds.com, I've got these $10 gift cards for 5.
Wow.
I should probably make that 7.
For Pie's the Limit.
So if you go to radiorefunds.com, you can pay through PayPal, and you can buy these gift cards. If you want to try for $5, you're welcome.
Maybe we can do that today, and then tomorrow you're up to 7 again. That's more reasonable.
Yeah, well, I mean, after talking to him, I didn't realize there were 50, and I didn't realize pasta. I should make these 9.
Exactly.
But they're $10 gift cards. We'll sell them for $5, and I'm going to sell out of those, so good luck to you. RadioRefunds.com. And you got some other great deals in there as well.
Right there at the crossing at Windsor and Duncan.
I think Papa Del's was in that little place.
Right.
Wasn't that where they were?
Uh-huh.
It's across from Jupiter's.
Yeah.
It's next to some casino place.
Right.
There's
so many of
people
those.
coming out of these little slot things.
Wow.
And did you see now this is off the totally different direction, but I saw the stats for how much money's being plugged into these machines in Champaign. They got all the numbers.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
my
why
God!
I didn't get in on that when it started.
They could come to me and say, Stevie J,
income.
you could own every machine in Champaign, and I would say no, thank you.
Is that right?
I can't do that.
Okay.
I can't make money on your weakness.
So much for putting it in this building. I mean, we got some room upstairs.
I'm play the slots.
Listen to the show.
Take
in a few slots.
You could have. These places after everybody. Some of these places are clearing $20,000 a month.
Wow,
that's clearing.
And I don't even know. Do they have beverages in there?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I can't. There's some things I just wouldn't be comfortable making a living on, and gambling is one of them because it's totally. And you always hear, well, those are the people that shouldn't be playing. You always hear that.
Yeah,
and it's true. The people that could afford to lose $100 aren't generally in there because they know the odds aren't very good.
But that next poll, they might win.
I know. All right, we'll be back. We got Fox News. We'll check in there. Tanya J, she's coming up. That's a Fox News Ace radio reporter. We'll talk to her in the next half hour.
And a big thanks to Ryan Gailey of Pie's the Limit for enlightening us.
If you would like a Cardinal calendar, I want to give you a chance to win one before tomorrow's Cardinal Caravan. I have a stack left, but the stack is dwindling. Text in Cardinal, card, me, you, just something very quick right now for a Cardinal calendar. These are $15, $20. You can get them at cardinals.com.
Mm-hmm.
They're wonderful to put on your walls. We get these every year, have them at the house.
I love it.
If you would want a Cardinal calendar, Diane put one on my wall.
Okay.
All the games.
I did that.
359-2255, 359-2255, Cardinal calendar. Let's do 10. 10 Cardinal calendars for the next 10 in, 359-2255, free Cardinal calendar. Come out today, get it, take it to the Caravan tomorrow, have it autographed.
Okay.
Cool. Have all our guys, including Paul DeYoung.
George, Pie's the Limit is at Windsor and Duncan at...
Village at the Crossing,
yes.
Windsor and Duncan.
Thank you.
359-2255, Cardinal calendars right now. Good luck.
Fox News Radio. I'm Chris Foster. After a bipartisan meeting at the White House, members
Green
of
Street is back open in Campustown and Hollywood Liquor.
The program.
Hollywood Liquors has a huge selection of beer, wine, spirits, and convenience items.
Fox President Trump is standing firm.
The president has made very clear that DACA comes, and he talks about DACA come with the wall, an end to chain migration, an end to the visa lottery system.
President Trump has ordered DACA to end in March, although a federal judge has put that on hold, sending a signal to North Korea.
The Air Force saying it's deployed 3 B-2 stealth bombers capable of carrying nuclear weapons to Guam, the island that was the focus of tensions between the US and North Korea a few months ago. It's one of the closest US territories to Asia, and last year, North Korea threatened to fire missiles towards the island.
Fox's Simon Owen out of the gate on Wall Street today. Stocks are up. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Green Street is back open in Campustown and Hollywood Liquors. On the corner of Neal and Green, invite you in. Hollywood Liquors has a huge selection of beer, wine, spirits, and convenience items. Shop Hollywood Liquors for their back-to-school specials. Keystone Light 30-packs, just $10.99. Miller Lite and Coors Light Texas 12-pack 16-ounce, just $8.99. Shop Taca Handles, just $10.99. Pick up a 750 milliliter of El Mayor Tequila for just $17.99 at Hollywood Liquors during their back-to-school special. They also have a wide assortment of craft beers, including Revolution and Sam Adams at Hollywood Liquors. On the corner of Neal and Green, Champaign.
U-Buy Community Credit Union for campus and community.
People have been wondering for years, what came first, the chicken or the egg? That question may never get solved, but we know what comes first when it comes to buying a home. Pre-approval. Pre-approval with the U of I Community Credit Union should always come first when buying your new home. Hi, it's Lisa Paul, your financial expert. There are several advantages to getting pre-approved for your new home at the U of I Credit Union. You'll not only get an overview of the home buying process, we'll also discuss targeting a home that will meet your needs as well as your budget. This will allow you to make an offer on the property as soon as you fall in love with it. Looking to buy a home this spring? Come see us for pre-approval. You can apply online at uoficreditunion.org, set up an appointment, or walk into our First Street branch to meet with one of us. If you live, work, or play in Champaign County, you can bank with the U of I Community Credit Union.
Check out the new BMW of Champaign. It's not like the old Twin City. They have new on-site local ownership since 2013, along with a new state-of-the-art facility. With a Customer First Service Award winner for 2015, BMW of Champaign does business your way. Yes, they have tons of cars. Yes, they'll get you what you want. Yes, they discount, deal, and even pick up and deliver. So stop in, ask for Ben, and give BMW of Champaign a look. BMW of Champaign at the corner of Neal and Burwash in Savoy.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Dan Lebitard and Stu Gatz.
Nick Saban has done all the winning he's done without the quarterbacks wanting to be there. And now the quarterbacks are going to want to be there because look at what that kid got in a night. In a night. That freshman got the sport overnight, and Nick Saban delivered him that. And now Nick Saban, if he wants to stay there, he's going to get the quarterbacks too.
This quarterback got Jalen Hurts. There were stories now that Jalen Hurts may transfer. He was the SEC Player of the Year.
But now we're upgrading. That's the last position where the CEO, you've said he's had all the advantages. He gets all the players that he wants. He's the best coach. He gets to pay all the coaches whatever he wants. He's got these facilities that are better than everyone. He can get your kids to the pros better than anyone. You're going to be playing in big games all the time better than anyone. And on top of that, now he's going to get the quarterback.
Not available in all states.
Hey, Carl, how is it you're always golfing? I thought you owned a business.
I own a Reese and Irvy's robot franchise, Bob.
Robots? What do they do?
They serve 7 flavors of delicious frozen yogurt in just 60 seconds with a choice of 6 tasty toppings. I've got robots in malls, movie theaters, and hospitals, and the franchisor secured these locations for me.
Sounds so easy.
Yep, managing my robots is simple. Each takes about 2 hours of maintenance a week, leaving me plenty of time to practice my short game.
Oh, nice shot. Looks like I need to get some Reese and Irvy's robots.
Easiest employees you'll ever have. Just go to FroyoFranchising.com. Reese and Irvy's will supply everything you need. They even secure you high-traffic locations. Hey, where are you going?
To learn more about a Reese and Irvy's franchise opportunity.
To learn more about your Reese and Irvy's Froyo robot franchise opportunity, go now to FroyoFranchising.com and use promo code 8000. FroyoFranchising.com, promo code 8000. That's FroyoFranchising.com, promo code 8000.
No matter the time of year, it can be tough to find the motivation to get back into shape. The Mettler Center in Champaign can help. They have a philosophy of whole life fitness, building your mind, body, and soul. With a wide variety of opportunities, group classes, personal training, nutritionist, weight loss programs, massage therapy, and more, the Mettler Center can formulate a fitness plan that's best for you. Stop in at the Mettler Center, 2906 Crossing Court at the corner of Windsor and Duncan in Champaign. For more information on whole life fitness, visit MettlerCenter.com.
You will flush now. You will... No. Oh, please flush. Please. No.
Clogged pipes, damaged pipes, pipes period. We're your emergency and non-emergency go-to for underground solutions.
No matter the mess, the turmoil, or the time, Stevens Underground Solutions will be there when you need us. For all your sewer issues, call anytime 24/7. Stevens Underground Solutions, 202-3385. That's 202-3385.
Yeah, I want to make sure that toilet doesn't keep running. One of the football coaches that left our town, been years ago, left, and then apparently movers or whatever went to the bathroom, flushed the toilet, kept running, and the house was empty.
Oh, boy.
I think it was like days. Yeah.
How much is that water
I don't
bill?
know, but the whole thing kept flooding out. So,
oh, boy.
Man, I remember that story.
Serpro.
Yeah, that's Serpro and Stevens Underground to fix it. Right?
Exactly.
There you go. All right, 8:37 in Champaign. Jeremy Warner's got more on the game tonight with Austin. That'll be coming up.
By the way, James Doris in Champaign just won a calendar, and he wrapped up his conversation, have a blessed day. That made me think of Ryan and his mom, Heather, who complimented our Christian FM 95.3 with me yesterday as I spoke to some of the 8th graders at the iHotel during the career conference about
we have a very, very loyal audience on our Christian FM. If you've not heard it, it's encouraging. It's uplifting. Christian FM 95.3. To me, to my ear, because I've lived through a lot in music. To my ear, it sounds like top 40, except with lyrics that are Christian.
Yes.
And it's encouraging.
And boy, is that nice.
It is nice. You don't have to worry, what did they say? What did they say that?
Right.
Those kinds of things. We're very leery of on our Q96 station, which is top 40.
Yes.
But we don't play all those bad ones. I tell the boys, you got to get those out.
Right.
So we don't want to do that. Christian FM is, if you've never heard it, I truly like listening to it. We do a lot of songs. There's not a lot of talking going on. We do a lot of music, and people seem to really like it. And Christian audiences are super loyal, and they'll tell you thank you, and they'll go into businesses that they hear spots because they want to thank them.
That's right.
For supporting it, and they truly do it. It's amazing. Christian FM 95.3. I appreciate that. And you did talk to the career kids.
I did. But again, Ryan was from Whiteheath. Monticello was the schools yesterday. And today, I know Unity is one of them, so I'll be doing my Go Rockets thing.
All right.
But it's important for the kids to know that whatever they're interested in now, if they like a hobby, they like doing something, start to follow that. Find out how you can turn this into a profession and make that your career so you just love going to work every day. I start out talking about when I was their age and how my mom was played the organ and sang in the choir for over 40 years at St. Pat's in Tolono, and how I just loved music and I loved reading the Bible at church, and how that inspired me to gravitate towards the mic and be the person I am today.
There you go. Well, you do it every year. It's good of you to talk to these young folks and just share a little bit of insight. It's quite a time for workers and the evolution of all the social media and the ability to do so much at home. It is a changing workplace. The punch clock 8 to 5, forget about it. From the millennials, that's 18 to 35 years old, they need flexibility. They don't like that. I'm here. Here's my cube. Oh, you got to give them room to move. But it's every generation is kind of different. Okay, so no Tanya J. Yes. No.
So she had to deal with something else.
Gotcha. Breaking story.
Exactly. And that happens.
Yeah. I'm just checking some of my texts. So you can text in 359-2255. Love to hear from you.
I know earlier in the show we hit Hobbyco, and it's kind of personal for you with Janet being involved in the company.
Yeah, Jerry Harlachek came to our house and was in a beautiful business suit on our floor holding a triplet. And Jerry got Janet to come to work for her Janet's a master's degree, 5-point student, University of Illinois, 4-point student, I guess now, University of Illinois in market research.
Right.
She knows how to find out what you're thinking and share that with the person making the widget. So market research is incredible. People don't put a gas station, people don't put a McDonald's, they don't put anything anywhere without knowing it will work first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you know? You can figure it out with market research.
Mm-hmm.
And people, there's marketing research and there's market research. The market research tells you that if you invent this gizmo, people will buy it. It is fascinating. Businesses are, it can be very expensive to do market research because of the knowledge and the analysis to report all the things and to contact people. But it'll tell you that people are trending toward a certain something, and you can be ahead of it in your marketing. You can probably get a market research study done that says, what do you think of XYZ? And they say, well, they're bad customer service. And then you take that and go, wait a minute, that's not true. That we work with, no, that's what the perception is, so it's true, deal with it. Then you say, okay, we're retraining. Our marketing thing will now say, we have retrained our customer service and we are the best now, rated highly upon all of our, and then people say, well, I guess I'll try that. But you didn't know that until you were given the specific information.
Uh-huh.
So Janet has done that work as market research manager for the last 26 years. And the hobby industry has just struggled.
Yeah.
It just has really been a fight, and they're wonderful people at Hobbyco.
I feel like I've been through one of her studies and talked about the packaging of a remote control vehicle.
Yep.
And my young son, Aiden, at 14, I said, you can put all the bells and whistles in different colors and, the way if you want to stick your finger in and try it kind of thing. But to me, It's the price tag. I'm always buying the most inexpensive thing, and unfortunately, a lot of times that's not the best thing because it falls apart inside the first 3 tries, but I remember her marketing research.
Well, she does focus groups, so that's what she's done.
Right.
And again, Hobbyco filed for bankruptcy Chapter 11 protection, so they're going to keep people through this process, at least through part of the process, but they have said that layoffs can begin in April.
But one of the top 10 employers here in town, I think 331 or something.
Is that top 10? It could very well be. I think the University of Illinois, number 1 at 22,000, 24,000.
And then the hospitals are up there.
And Carl, several thousand. I think Kraft is 1,000. Anyway, yeah, Hobbyco definitely top 10. So it's a hit, and there are such wonderful people that are very anxious this morning. And so we're sure sorry to hear all of this, and it hits us again because Janet's involvement and so many years, and Janet is so efficient. She gets her work skills are just off the chart. She can get more in 8 hours than I can get in a week.
She's pretty organized.
Well, she just gets so much done. She's focused. She's unbelievable. So anyway, we'll keep following that story, but yeah, that's Front Page News Gazette stuff. 8:44, we'll check your sports headlines coming up.
Something's coming up the plumbing, and you're really in a bind. It's creaking and it's leaking, and you're running out of time. You need a plumber right away, and there's only one to call. It doesn't really matter if your problem's large or small. Clark Plumbing and Heating is your expert for all. Call them today and say hooray, because Clark Plumbing and Heating always saves the day. Find out why customers always give Clark Plumbing 2 thumbs up. Clark Plumbing and Heating. 356-5356. That's 356-5356. Or clark-plumbing.com.
Diane Ducey here to tell you about Mobile Meter. When I'm playing taxi to my kiddos, I no longer have to worry about parking tickets and loose change. I downloaded the Mobile Meter app to ease my parking frustrations. You should download the Mobile Meter app today. It's available on iTunes, on your phone app store, or at mobilemeter.us.
Here's some good news. Dave Peters and his crew have moved to Urbana. That's right, the area's best techs are now at the Midas store on University. Midas quiets your muffler, makes brakes stop, and cushions your ride with shocks and struts. As a full-service Midas facility with experienced techs, count on Midas to fix it right. Just mention this ad to get $10 off your next oil change. Your Midas store new owner-manager Dave Peters has the team you want on your side. See them on West University Urbana for something to smile about. Yeah, Midas Dave Peters. Midas Dave Peters. Midas Dave Peters. My mom had a quote for $1,500 for her car, and I said, let's go to Dave Peters. Dave fixed it for $262. You can trust that guy. He's really, really good. Dave Peters, Midas, and Urbana. Here we go. ESPN 93.5. Sports headlines.
All righty. We have Illinois and Iowa. They're both looking for their first Big Ten win. Let's see. Iowa is 9-9 on the season, 0-5 in the Big Ten. We are 0-4 in the Big Ten, and 10-7 on the season. I've heard that some of our guys were sick and that we're more healthy for today's game.
And don't get lulled to sleep that Iowa's 0-5, we're 0-4. Don't think they're bad.
Right.
They're not that bad. They're pretty good. They've got good people. This is going to be a good effort, or we won't beat them. So it's big, because if we don't win this thing, you look ahead and you go, man, it's going to be one of those, when will we win? Big Ten's hard. Nebraska got better. Rutgers obviously got better. There's no Petsies out there. Man.
So 7 o'clock start. I was just looking on TV where that's at, and it says FS1.
Or Fox Sports 1.
Oh, okay, yep. Thank you for that.
Yep.
And
same as the Cardinals, I think, are Fox Sports 1.
Okay.
I think. Anyway, Fox Sports 1.
Nebraska beat the Illini women's basketball team yesterday, 80-72. Alex Wettiger, though, with 22 points. A great game from her. Big Ten boards yesterday. Number 4 Michigan State beat Rutgers in double overtime. 76-72 was the final. Northwestern over Minnesota, 83-80. On to the NBA, where the Bulls beat the Knicks 122-119 in double overtime. Miami Heat over the Pacers, 114-106. On to the ice, Minnesota over the Blackhawks 2-1. They're also trending in MLB action about all 30 teams opening up on the same day. It hasn't happened since 1968. Opening day is March 29.
I don't think in my lifetime baseball ever started in March.
It says an earliest start.
Ever. Yeah,
Ever?
I would believe that. Yep.
So, wow, we're at the end of March. So, Florida Marlins is who the Cubs will be taking on, and the New York Mets for the Cardinals. So, just take note of that.
I think both teams on the road. We're playing Shea, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So, also, Josh Woods was an agent in Major League Baseball. Career Sports Entertainment is who he worked for. He was let go after we heard about him filming clients while they were in his home shower. I don't know why that would be going on, but anyway.
Just a pervert. I mean, you just, don't you wish?
Why do you go to somebody's house and take a shower there?
Listen, why don't you,
anyway.
Why don't you just, if we could just have some sort of something, you know how you say, I wish I knew the true colors of XYZ? It would be nice if you walked around and you actually wore your color, that your face would be whatever you are. And the better you are, the cleaner you look, and the fact that you're leaving, it'd be nice to show up.
Well, yeah.
Okay. It's the ultimate steroid mood ring. That's what I'm going to invent. Let's go.
Based in St. Louis, the player found the camera and confronted him, fired him, and reported him. So that's trending. Just getting the agenda from Austin with the Jeremy Warner show coming up. Stephen Bardot is on, and that's going to be awesome because he's one of the commentators tonight with Tim Brando on Fox Sports 1 and John
It's
Bowman.
Tim Brando and Stephen Bardo?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, Stephen's going to be visiting about our Illini, and so is Paul Jones talking about the Illini and talking about Snyder Hurd.
Who?
I don't know.
Okay. That's on the Jeremy Warner program. I'm sure it'll be
find
great.
out more after that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We love it here at ESPN 93.5. And by the way, your phone is a radio, and we are streaming all the time, and that's a wonderful option. I've been getting good buzz about that as I'm out and about with speaking engagements.
We've added the ESPN programming streaming so people don't have to tune us out with me saying, I'm sorry we can't carry these broadcasts, but I got really tired of that.
Exactly.
Anyway, we can now stream the whole time. The only thing I can't stream so far is going to be the baseball game, but everything else you hear, we can stream. So that means Diane's right. Your phone is your radio.
Uh-huh.
Very easy. All right, it's 8:50. We'll check your weather. Coming up.
Hi, I'm Habib, and this is your Motivational Minute. A 25-year-old boy seeing out from the train's window shouted, "Dad, look, the trees are going behind." Dad smiled, and a young couple sitting nearby looked at the 25-year-old's childish behavior with pity. Suddenly he said again, "Dad, look, the clouds are running with us." The couple couldn't resist and said to the old man, "Why don't you take your son to a good doctor?" The old man smiled and said, "I did. And we were just coming from the hospital. My son was blind from birth, and he just got his eyes today." Every single person on the planet has a story. Don't judge people before you truly know them. The truth might surprise you. People are important to us at BPC and A&R Mechanical. Everybody in every business has a story, and we listen and treat you as family. For your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs, call A&R, and our team of professionals will work their magic for you as they have done for over 90 years.
Truly I tell you, whatsoever you did for the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Hi, this is Rob Dahlhaus, Executive Director of See You at Home. These powerful words from Matthew illustrate to us how important it is to show love and compassion to those in need. On Friday, February 2nd, 2018, during one winter night, you have the chance to partner with See You at Home and raise financial support for those most vulnerable. Visit seeyouathome.us to find out how you can get involved.
Game Day Spirit, the official fan store of the Fighting Illini, has been locally owned and operated since 1998. It's kept its roots in the heart of campus down on the corner of 6th and Green for all Illini past, present, and future. Don't go to campus often? Shop at their store on the corner of Neal and Kirby or online at GameDaySpirit.com. Game Day Spirit's happy to offer you the widest selection of Illini merchandise. Whether you want an item with the new Shield logo or a retired logo that's not available in stores, just shop at GameDaySpirit.com and check out the selection. Game Day is also extending their holiday shipping deal through the end of the month. Get flat rate shipping on all your orders. Shop now and save.
Here we go. ESPN 93.5, 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
Light rain, fog, breezy, winds from the south at 22 miles per hour right now. We've got a high of 59 expected today. Things are switching out as we have this winter weather advisory from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Low of 20 tonight, 50% chance of a blustery, wintry mix. Sunshine expected tomorrow with a high 26, low 14. Saturday's high 21 down to 5. 20 the high with sunshine on Sunday down to 15. Snow in the forecast coming into Martin Luther King's holiday on Monday. And on Tuesday, rather cold with a low around 2. Monday night's low at 3.
Yep.
So enjoy the mild conditions while they're lasting. And the temperature's currently at 56.
I didn't wear a coat today. Right?
I brought mine thinking late in the day.
I got my Cardinal jacket
right.
on.
And you should. Are you going to wear that again?
Yep. I'll be wearing it tomorrow, too. Yep. And maybe the next day.
Okay.
And maybe the next day.
Actually, someone had just texted in. As I recall, the Cubs open the last of March every year. Boys of summer, huh?
No. Oh, they have spring training games. Everything's always been April. I thought I've never heard of a regular season game in March. Maybe.
I went to
Okay, Colleen Magnifico went to a game in March.
Right.
It's like it was like towards the end.
All right, so how about this? 30-31, this is 29. So I'm going to say the earliest start for Major League Baseball ever. And until Jeremy Warner, who's a real reporter, until he tells me differently, I'm going to say this is the earliest Major League Baseball start ever regular season. We'll see. But anyway, the Cubs open in Miami. I'm starting in left field for the Marlins. That's how bad they are. Lucky. Yeah. There won't be anybody at that game except Cub fans. What a good place to start.
Right.
You got to play AAA Miami. You lucky dogs. Mm-hmm. And Cardinals, of course, have to go to New York.
New York Mets.
Face the DeGruff guy, whatever, that long-haired. Yeah, he's a mess. He's so good. Anyway, Cardinals are going to sign somebody else. They're probably going to sign Bryant and Rizzo and Contreras and take all the Cub good players and just win. And then Jeremy Warner's White Sox are going to be a really bad team to play here in the next few years. They got so many top prospects.
For the White Sox.
For the White Sox. White Sox are going to be very, very good at baseball, but maybe not this year. But 19 and 20, watch out for the Chicago White Sox. Okay, we'll be at the Cardinal Caravan tomorrow.
Yes.
We'll replay Ricky Horton. If you missed that interview, we'll replay tomorrow.
Thanks to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. They got 400 autograph cards we hand out to the first 15 and under. One item in that autograph line. And then oftentimes they open it up for everybody else in the room who wants to stick around.
Hilton Garden Inn at noon. 11 is when the doors open.
That's right.
Buses rolling about 11:30.
Looking forward to it.
All right, Diane Ducey. Thank you.
Enjoy the day.
I'm Stevie J. Thank you for listening. The Jeremy Warner program is next with Austin Berkland. Tan Carp later today. Have a great Thursday.
Credit products are made by WebBank. Amazon is not a sponsor of this promotion. Other restrictions apply. See website for details.
I was making great progress on building my savings, but then I get hit with an unexpected car repair bill.
Keeping a close eye on my credit score allowed me to buy my first house, but an unexpected medical emergency set me back.
When the unexpected happened, Avant was there to help. If you need to borrow $2,000 to $35,000, try Avant. It's fast, simple, and transparent.
Everything is done online. There are no prepayment fees, and no collateral is required. And you can instantly check your rate with no impact to your credit score.
Over 500,000 customers have experienced the convenience of a loan through Avant. No wonder Avant has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. And now, Avant will give you a $50 Amazon.com gift card after your first payment is made on time. To check your rates and to get this special radio offer, go to Avant.com today and enter promo code 8282 when applying. That's AVANT.com, promo code 8282. Go to Avant.com today and enter promo code 8282.
Green Street is back open in Campbellstown at Hollywood Liquors. On the corner of Neal and Green, invite you in. Hollywood Liquors has a huge selection of beer, wine, spirits, and convenience items. Shop Hollywood Liquors for their back-to-school specials. Keystone Light 30-packs, just $10.99. Miller Lite and Coors Light Texas 12-pack 16-ounce, just $8.99. Shop Taca Handles, just $10.99. Pick up a 750 milliliter of El Mayor tequila for just $17.99 at Hollywood Liquors during their back-to-school special. They also have a wide assortment of craft beers, including Revolution and Sam Adams at Hollywood Liquors. On the corner of Neal and Green, Champaign.
DP Dough is the original Calzone company, and they cater all types and sizes of events, from office orders to private parties to entire visiting football teams. Everyone will be sure to enjoy something different than the same old sandwiches or pizza. DP Dough also delivers to nearly all of Champaign, Urbana, and Savoy until late at night. So give them a call or order online when you're hungry and no one else is delivering. With over 1 million calzones served since opening in 2006, DP Dough is sure to satisfy and fill you up. DP Dough, the original calzone company.
Hi, I'm Max with MX Electric. I wanted to take a moment to tell you about my company. I'm a proud veteran and I've been an electrician for over 23 years, serving the community for over 15. No matter the size of your electrical project, we want to be the company you turn to. Please call or text Nikita today at 217-359-7293 or visit us at mxelectric.net to schedule your appointment today. And always remember,
relax, call back 217-359-7293.
Sure, we've been called a mom and pop store. We take it as a compliment. After all, we are family owned and operated with 2 generations actively involved, and 5 of our team members have been with us for around 20 years each or longer. We run our business with old-fashioned customer service as our foundation, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Add our great selection of hand-picked mattresses, all proudly made in the USA at guaranteed lowest prices, and we're sure you won't find a better deal anywhere. Visit us and experience the Illini mattress difference today.
Are you at your best when the whistle blows? With Carl Sports Medicine, you can jump higher, run faster, and be on your game every time. Take advantage of our professional athletic training services, plus injury prevention and free sports medicine walk-in clinics with injury experts. Get ready to reach your personal best. Visit carl.org/sportsmedicine or call 217-383-9400. Carl, official medical provider of Fighting Illini Athletics.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.05%. But choosing the right mortgage lender involves so much more than just a rate. Only Quicken Loans has earned 11 J.D. Power Awards. No other lender comes close to that level of client satisfaction. And we invented Rocket Mortgage. It gives our clients a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online in minutes. No one else has anything like it. And our people. Each one of our 17,000-plus team members throughout Detroit, Cleveland, and Phoenix provides absolute client satisfaction each and every day. So why would you go anywhere else to get your mortgage? Go to America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com for the best mortgage experience on earth. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
Hey, this is Jay Lehman reminding all my fellow Saddlemeister fans that they have their own app for pickup and delivery. I use the app to skip the line so I can prepay and be out in seconds. Download the app today.
Saladmeister now open in Champaign. Stop by today for a fresh salad or wrap. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.